how it is.
So what you're seeing right behind me right now is an ancient monolith that has been in existence for centuries. And on this monolith you have different writings, and those writing is called Nsibidi. Nsibidi is said to be the oldest language or writing in the world. Do you know that? The movie Wakanda that most of you have watched, do you know that Nsibidi was actually used in that movie?
Nsibidi is one of the official written languages in the fictional country, Wakanda.
And in today's video, we'll be learning about this ancient monoliths as well as Nsibidi writing. And also, on most of these monoliths, you'll find tattoo marks that actually represent various tribes in Nigeria. All of that you'll be learning in this video. The spiritual significance of this monolith, as well as the tourism potential, the archaeological importance, the cultural importances, and all of that is what you'll be learning in this video. So, do stay subscribed and let's begin the tour. The monoliths in Cross River State, Nigeria are believed to have originated from ancient civilization that inhabited the region over 2,000 years ago. Unfortunately, majority of this monolith has been smuggled, looted, and stolen, and you will find some of the finest ones now in American and British museums. What I've been told, there used to be about 320 of this monolith all around, scattered all around this place. Many of them also have been stolen, and many also have been destroyed. In this very open air museum right now, there's just about 26 of them left. And if you actually want to see the much bigger ones than this one, you have to go into some of the deep inside villages where you can find some of the big ones. Each monolith is so distinct and has different function and marking on them. The markings are said to be in Nsibidi, an ancient form of communication and symbolism used by the Ekot people of Cross River State, Nigeria, and its neighboring regions. This monolith is part of the cultural identity of the people of the state and are scattered across various locations in Cross River State, but mostly in Nkwa, Alok and Nkarassi. This very monolith right now you're looking at is actually called the fertility monolith. I'm told that people actually offer sacrifices to it, and in believing that it will help them to become fertile, so they offer that and all of that. So these are like some of the spiritual significance of it, but it's totally different from just coming here, touring this place and all of that. The monoliths were used for various purposes, including ancestral worship in honor and communication with ancestors, who were believed to possess spiritual powers. It is also used for ceremonial purposes as well, as they serve as altars for rituals and sacrifices, and also a gathering point for communal celebration, fostering social cohesion and unity among the people. It is also believed that the monoliths served as a boundary markers, defining territories of different clans and communities. And finally, but not the least, most people believe that this monolith also aligned with celestial bodies, serving as an ancient astronomical observatories.
Never knew that the stone has spiritual power. Then the stone behind there is a spiritual stone for security reasons.
That tall one?
Yeah, no, the short one there.
Okay.
This is the security stone I'm talking.
Okay.
Even up to today, me myself, here, I live to fear it because I don't really know whether it's working like that or it's not working like that. They say it has a big eye. Every festivity, they will feed this stone. When they feed this stone with yam at the mouth, before 15 September, when they want to celebrate their New Yam Festival, then they will use yam spot and touch the eye as a security stone, and to tell the stone that they have fed it well, it should do its security job. So in case of any danger or harm, it will be able to pass information to different people within different villages.
So they still do that till now?
Till today.
So even though you're here, you open the gate for them, they'll come and do their...
They will pre-inform me.
Okay.
And when they pre-inform me, the gate will be open.
Okay.
And when they are coming by 12 or 1 o'clock midnight, they come and do their operation. Or if they come in the morning time, I will suspend farm to attend to them. Or I open the gate, then they do the job that they are supposed to do.
So these things are normally done in the night then?
Night. At times in the daytime.
Okay. Okay. So that means there's a whole lot of spiritual significance attached to these stones.
Exactly.
So it's not just a normal stone monolith. Okay.
But monolith is generally known as carved stone.
Okay.
We, in educational system, we say monolith are carved stone. But the spiritual power inside this carved stone by the people of the village is different from what you and I know.
Okay.
This is a king stone.
Okay.
It is a king stone because the way you look at its head, you discover that a king is always designed round with a cap. That's why the cap is being covered with the design you are seeing.
Okay.
Then if you watch carefully, the king stone as a king with different tattoo mark. That's why you see the eyes and design this way. Then this long other thing tells of the bears.
Okay.
Then roundabout tells of the novel. Then the round stone below the novel tells of when somebody wants to come and greet the king. It is expected of him to present something to the ground before greeting the king. It may be wine, it may be drink, it may be kola nut. Then here is a feather stone. The feather stone, if you watch at it critically now, you will see the geometric write-up, which is called NCBD, and the NCBD. This NCBD writing and NDBD writing run clockwise and anti-clockwise direction.
Okay.
And the tribal mark tells of inclination to where most of our people originated from.
Okay.
Then because of poor management, you can see some certain tattoo mark, whether representing the Yoruba or the Hausa or the TV people. Then the tattoo mark is indicated wrongly this way, wrongly this, directly this way, directly this way. Then here is called the fertility stone.
Okay.
This fertility stone, if you watch at it carefully from the front view, you see that it has a big novel. It is expected that there are some families that are not opportune to be blessed due to different conditions.
Okay.
This fertility stone, maybe you are so desperate in terms of having a wife. Maybe you got a wife, the wife is not put into bed. And other challenges. It is expected that you come with your faithful courage. You can place 5 naira or 100 naira or 1,000 naira and pray for the stone. When you have the faith, you tell the fertility stone that, please, this is my cry. What are the solutions for my cry? The fertility stone will provide a solution to that answer.
Is that still happening till now, or it was olden days?
It's still happening. Then point number 2. The indigenous of these people are farmers. And since they are farmers, in every planting season, just as I'm planning now to go to farm before you came and met me, the fertility stone must be consulted by the people of the community. Not only this community that you have come, the NM people will come. I was very surprised, and the first day I experienced that they want to come down here, I became afraid. I wanted to run away as a Obuduman.
Okay.
They came up to 37 elders. And those 37 elders came and removed their trouser, removed their shirt and footwear, and were moving barefooted. They came here, then they conjured and spoke richly to the stone.
To this very stone?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were up to 37. As they were conjoined, the stone kept answering them. As the stone kept answering them now, they would now say, yeah. Yeah, just like something is talking to us. You and I will agree. Then the fertility stone now responded to them that their planting season will be this way. So that when they are planting yam farm, or cassava farm, or water yam farm, or okra, or green, or vegetable, or pepper, the harvest will be very good for them to sell. Then there is nothing negatively in an antisocial way or spiritual way that will affect the development of the agriculture. Then 3, the fertility stone again, we consult it in terms of war. When 2 neighboring communities are looking for a way to fight,
Okay.
the fertility stone has the right to let the king stone of the security there to know that, oh, there is danger. And the way this danger is coming, this is how they're supposed to prepare.
Okay.
The fertility stone tries to give them information. Then the information will be transferred to the security stone that way. The security stone now will pass the information to the elders and chiefs and youth within the villages. Then they will come in a rampart form like war. And before you discover, trouble have begun. And that's why elders and chiefs, once for a while, they come to respect this fertility stone.
Okay.
And when they want to respect this fertility stone, they don't come, at times they come early in the morning or they come between 12, 1 o'clock in the midnight. Then they pour a lot of drink, this and that. Even me, who is selling the area, if they offer me drink, because of the way they conduct it, I will become afraid. I will not take the drink. Then fourthly, again.
So they are still doing that till now?
Till now.
Even though this place is, I thought this place was owned by the federal government.
Yes, owned by the federal government.
But yeah, the locals are still doing that.
Exactly.
Pouring libation and incantation.
Thank you.
Okay.
Then the fertility stone again is consulted for different purposes attributed to the life of marriage or marital issue, agriculture, consultation for trouble, victory, so on and so forth.
Okay.
I will just end there.
So the major thing you can actually see here is that the people of the community still attach a lot of spiritual significances and identity to this monolith and sculpture, because from what has been explained to us right now from the curator, they still come here to offer sacrifices, offer libation, and communicate with it. Like this very one at my back, I'm told that is the security monolith or something. Of course, these are like spiritual things and all of that. Okay, but from the standpoint of archaeologists or research or tourism, it is totally different from how the community actually see it. So these are like deities for them, or representation of deities or communication of God or something. So I believe that one of the reasons why Nigeria has not really profited from many of the ancient archaeological sites that we have and artifacts like this is because we mostly focus on the spiritual importance of it than the economic and commercial value of those things. For instance, in this community, the people here will rather offer sacrifices to this monolith, use it as their deity, as their god, offer sacrifices, use for communication, and all of that, which is fine by them because it's what they believe in. However, the cultural aspect of it, the commercial aspect of it, the tourism aspect of it is totally neglected. And because of that, we don't really profit from those things. However, if those things were in UK or other European countries or foreign countries or even in Asia, they make a lot of money from this thing because they actually commercialize it. All right, so I think the two can be separated. Why the people who believe in these things as a deity for worship, all of that, a section can be crafted for them to continue to worship, while a section can be crafted where it will be purely for tourism, purely for architectural and research and study and commercialization, so that profit can be made from those things to actually use to empower the community as well as empower the tourism sector of Nigeria. So this is what I think. I don't think that the two should be totally destroyed. While I'm a Christian, I don't believe in these things. At the same time, it doesn't mean that the other people who believe in it should totally be now thrown away because it is what they believe in. So I think the two can be separated. While a section is carved out where they still do whatever they need to do because it's what they believe in until they change, the other section should fully be used, commercialized, and made it full so that people can actually make profit out of this and generate and empower the community. Imagine if lots of tourists come here, the money they pay and all of that, this community will be empowered. It will be empowered. So these are just my thoughts. What do you think? To promote the cultural and tourism potential of this monolith, a replica of it was erected in Zone 4 roundabout in Cross River State, Nigeria. This roundabout is the most beautiful roundabout you will find as you travel across Nigeria. And the idea is that by seeing this beautiful replica of the monolith in this junction, once you get to see it, without a doubt, it actually will catch your attention. And by so doing, you actually get to learn about it and also probably get to visit the original locations where this monolith are actually found. Unfortunately, that beautiful sculpture that used to be here has been destroyed and now replaced with this very sculpture that you see at my back. So the question is, why would that beautiful sculpture be destroyed and be replaced with this very sculpture right now, which they say is the sculpture of Jesus Christ with lamb? Well, I don't know if that's how Jesus really looks like. The gossip and the conspiracy theory out there is that that monolith that was erected here somehow has spiritual significance to the state. Well, because since the monolith, some people say offer sacrifices to it or deity or consult it, somehow they feel it is not linked to God. And this very one now, since it's a sculpture of Jesus, which is very laughable, it's not linked to God. But the real question really is that why will our government that is elected use public funds that should be used to develop the state in building sculpture on religious activity and things like this? Well, it's pathetic because we live in a system right now where things are not questioned and you don't even have the power to question those in authority. And even if you do, they will use their powers and come against you. So therefore, people just do things without public opinion or public, consideration. I'm totally disappointed because that monolith was beautifully put together. A lot of money was spent and it was a huge tourism potential for the state. And also a way for people to learn about monolith, learn about the CBD, and learn about the past, removing the spiritual aspect of it. All right, just pure tourism and learning about the state. That was really, really great. That was really, really great. I don't know when they should go though. However, this very sculpture right now, I don't know what cultural significance that it holds or economic empowerment that it holds to the state. Or even the spiritual aspect, what does it really hold? Does it mean this sculpture? Does it mean because of this sculpture, the people of the state are going to be more righteous? Or the state government are going to do even much better righteously? Or politicians will probably stop stealing our common good and commonwealth and do even much better? Or the people will become more Christian than they already are? I don't really know, but I think, again, this is one of those representations of misplaced priority and misplaced essence of Christianity in Nigeria.
Because of the influence of Christianity, most people feel that these things are fetish. But one thing I've known is that from my work as a curator, if you do not know your history, you can't forge ahead into the future. Even though some of our history was truncated by reason of colonialism, it's good to go back and study the fact that our forebears were ingenious in the creation of some of these objects.
So, if you're actually not told, you might think that those things behind me, they are actually probably someone's burial ground, but it is not. This actually representation of the different hairstyle that actually plaited by the women of this community in those days.
In those days, by the culture of these people, these three hairstyles, this other one is called the Mononkum hairstyle.
Mononkum.
Mononkum.
Okay.
By the natives of this place.
Okay.
This Mononkum hairstyle, they plait it as an aged woman in the community in those days who has gotten children, then the husband has died. Then this other one is the person that has already got married as a woman, then it occurred that the husband have died. Then she needs to mourn the husband for 3 or 6 months before any other relationship can take place. That female is expected to plait this hairstyle.
Okay.
Then this other hairstyle here is called the pop-pop hairstyle. This pop-pop hairstyle is being plaited by young females that are teenagers who are not yet this virgin. They are virgin. When important visitors in those days during Donald Duck regime, when important visitors come, those young age grades will come around and dance. And when they dance, they display the cultural dance of the people's culture here, which is called the Mononkum dance in Ikom local government area. And that dance system will tell that these people are teenagers, and since they are teenagers, they have not yet touched man. And wherever you see them, you will know that they are not yet engaged, but they are free.
So they move around with this kind of hairstyle.
Thank you.
But is it still
called puff puff hairstyle?
Puff puff is not native. What they call it in the native word? Puff puff.
Ekpon soko.
Ekpon soko. Good. So, but then this hairstyle, for instance, represents the young ones that have not married,
exactly.
The virgin ones, the ones that want to marry. Okay, they will now do the monokin dance. Okay. Now, are they still doing that now? That practice is still now, or it's no longer happening?
Okay, because of immorality and religion, everything has been affected. Because maybe if you were to be a female, you come down here now. If me too, I'm that type of useless man too, I will not think to date you. And if I can date you, you accept. I make one thing or the other with you. Because people have gone to farm, nobody's around. So those things are not existing in our present generation, but in those days it was existing. And we are trying now to plant or to originate the culture to continue, because it's a heritage way of living.
So the hairstyle basically is a kind of a form of identity. You can easily just identify who is who based on the hairstyle. Okay, but all of that have changed now, because now you know they're no longer using hairstyle, they're using attachment and
attachment. I say this Almond age grade.
Okay.
This almond age grade is an economic grade. And since it's almond age grade, the people within this age grade are still existing.
Okay.
I was made to understand that by the time the people in this almond age grade will die, all in this community, then this economic tree will equally die. And in those days, when this almond age grade was existing, there was nothing like paper money. And since there was nothing like paper money, we were having pre-colonial currency. And the pre-colonial currency is that why we have this native iron called iron copper.
Okay.
As a sort of finance for exchange for goods and services.
How old are they right now?
100 and something years or 90 something years and above.
So you are saying all of them have not died?
They have not died.
So there are people up to 100 or something still living in this community?
Exactly. Not only in this village, but in different villages that comprises of the Ikom people in this local government as Nnam. Well done, madam.
Okay.
So maybe if you don't see this type of age grade here, there are other villages that you see this type of age grade. I said this is almond age grade. Then over here is Arabo age grade. And why you see a bottle, it's not here. You see a bottle here. Almond age grade and Arabo age grade. This Arabo age grade too is of another age group again. That people, if you and I were in the same age grade, then we belong to this age grade until you die, me I die, then this economic tree will die. There were many apple, pear, ogbono that was planted here. They have all died. Since they have died, it therefore means that the people in that age grade within this area have all passed away. And before you come to this age grade, it's expected of you to bring wine and a bottle of drink or cola nut. So please, this age grade, because we are not of your age. It's just like you and I want to come now to consult something through where we want to go and marry or where we want to go and see a chief. We must do all this kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, indeed, each time I visit this place, I feel some telepathy. I feel some special relationship to these stones because I've worked here for donkey years. Precisely, I've worked here for over 40 years. So I'm used to these stones, and I believe they are used to me too, because we meet, we contact. One night I was here to document the surface temperature of these stones. And all of a sudden a big tree fell. And when that tree fell, we felt a departure of a spirit from this site. I was working here with 6 men, and we could realize that the forest was possessed. And we believe that these stones, our ancestors, are still alive and well.
I'm sure this video has been an interesting one for you, and please do subscribe and share this video so more people can get to see it. And I'll see you guys in the very next one.